What a day it has been. It's my first April Fool's as a radio journalist and someone who's interested in the radio industry, and oh my goodness, it did not disappoint. I woke up this morning to news that Jonesy and Amanda were on Kiss Breakfast, replacing Kyle and Jackie. And then I sent a message to Brooklyn Ross, someone who I met, a legendary newsreader that I met when I was at Carl and Jackie Ed, when I did my week of work experience. Sent him a message, and most embarrassingly for me, he pointed out the date. And oh my goodness. Everything I've seen today, even Sydney Trains hopped on. I know it's not radio related, but even the Sydney Trains hopped on the renaming Central Station to, I think, what was it? A City Hall or something similar to that. I'll check. They renamed it to City Hub. So yeah, but there's a lot going on in the radio world today for April Fools, but aside from April Fools, Ben and Liam, not a joke, Ben and Liam did return to radio in Adelaide on Kiss 102.3. They launched this morning with Liam popping 3 confetti cannons and really marking the show's start in Adelaide. And yeah, they launched at 6 a.m. and now you can catch them every weekday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. But that leaves one person leaving the station, Beck Morse. The most music breakfast show has come to an end for now. I'm sure we haven't seen the last of Beck Morse on Kiss 102.3, but I think she's done a great job filling in and keeping the seat warm. But yes, Kiss Breakfast with Jonesy and Amanda. That was the highlight of my day. I did write an opinion piece on Substack, bizaudio.substack.com. And one last thing I want to chat about, Chris Lane is departing Southern Cross Austereo after 24 years. He's held many senior roles, and he has announced his departure on LinkedIn, writing, "It's been more than I could ever have imagined. A period of immense professional growth across a variety of roles, and even more importantly, personal growth that has shaped who I am today. Wishing Chris Lane best of luck in whatever comes next." And one thing I wanted to point out as well, Triple M Sydney did something very clever, swapping their rush hour with the breakfast program. So breakfast with, I think it's Bo, Cat, and Woodsy will air in the afternoon when the rush hour, I think, from 4 to 6. So that's going to be fun. Look, it's a whole day of jokes in the radio world. Even I think there was a comedian, Sammy J, I think. He even posted he's getting together with Jackie O for a new breakfast show. So goodness, don't believe everything you see. Oh, and by the way, I just wanted to highlight, it's officially 25 years of Nova. So I just realized that as well. So look, there's a massively busy day in the radio world. Ricky Lee and Tim did post about it on Instagram. I'm just going to take a look at that here. Yep, 25 years of Nova. And it's been a very, very long time. I feel like this is a joke, but I know it's not. But look, yeah, happy 25th birthday to Nova. Starting off, I think, DMG or something to do with that. But yeah, look, Ricky Lee and Tim, new Brecky show. We'll see how they go in their first full ratings, which is Survey 2. But look, Kiss Breakfast. Oh, Jonesy and Amanda. I was so looking forward to that. I was ready to start writing articles. And look, I'll be honest, I was a bit delirious in the morning. I did this thing called a sleep study last night. So I had all these wires attached to me. I was at Herstal Private Hospital. Had all these wires attached to me. Woke up at 5:30. Then I saw Jonesy's post, and I was like, "So hold on, what's happening today?" So look, thank you, Brooklyn, for pointing it out to me. But maybe next year I'll come up with something creative.